Microsoft PowerPoint Basics. The start screen and the user interface are almost the same as the Microsoft Word's start screen and the user interface. So we will not spend much time on that topic. I suggest you check the video of the Microsoft Word user interface. You can find the link in the description below, inshallah. Now let's look into the basics of Microsoft PowerPoint. When we open or create a new presentation, we will get a blank slide, and also we are able to add new slides into that presentation. To add content or title to the slide, you can just click the title box in the slide and type your title. For example, we will type PowerPoint, and then we can also add a subtitle into this. Microsoft. Now I want more slides to make the presentation. So for that, I can click New Slide. And as you can see, it's automatically giving me the next slide, which is title and content slide. Still, we have few more layouts. This is the most common slide, title and content slide. With this, you can give the slide a name, and also you can add the list. For example, this is an example list. Now let's add a new slide again. If we click that, we get the same layout again and again, because this is the most commonly used and one of the most useful slide. Previously, we entered a list over here, but as you can see, you can add tables, pictures, chart. Also, you can link images and videos and smart art and 3D models as well as icons. For example, let's add a table over here. We want to add a new layout, so we have to click this drop down, and then we have to select the preferred layout. For example, in this case, let's say we want to add a two content layout. Now you can add two content over here. You can type in a list, or you can add from these contents. For example, let's add an image. We can add another image over here as well. Now we have added two images over here. Let's add a new layout again. This time we are going to add comparison layout. This slide is somewhat similar to the previous slide, but we can name the images to compare. Let's add the same images. This time we can name these images. For example, this is the UI tips. So we have different layouts which we can use as we go. Let's say if you want to make a change, right? If you want to make a change, you can simply change it as you wish. So we have changed this accordingly. Now let's say we want to change the previous one. So if we want to change that to a compare layout, so in case if we want to change the layout, we can go to the next button and select the preferred layout. Say we are going to change from to content to comparison layout. Like the previous slide, you can change this slide as well. Now we have changed the slide and we have altered or modified the slide If we don't like the modification of the slide, we can reset it to the default layout. If you want to reset, you can just simply click the next button which says reset. So it's back to the default layout. Now we have add section button. We can use sections to divide it into parts. For example, in this case, let's say I want a section over here, so I can click over there and click to add a section. Now that I have added this section, if I don't want to deal with this part, I can just keep it minimized. To rename the section, double click and name it. And in case if double click doesn't work, you can just click over there and go to section, rename using the rename button. That's all for this tutorial. I hope to see you in the next tutorial. Assalamu alaikum.